Design of Listening and Speaking Activities by Fernanda Daza. Resource presentation. This virtual information object presents some very useful tips for the design of listening and speaking activities for both virtual and face-to-face environments. A useful guide to know some of the most important parameters when designing activities focused on improving listening skills and effective and efficient communication. Research objectives. Identify and make effective recommendations for the design of activities and improvement of listening and speaking skills. Reflectively investigate and criticize the strategies, methods, and approach that allow generating an optimal design of materials. Provide clear and precise tips to teachers based on research and experience for improvement of listening and speaking skills in students. Design of listening materials for face-to-face environments. 1. Use of authentic materials. One of the objectives of this skill is to be able to help students to understand the language in real life in everyday situations. You can use interviews or a real news story and check your students' listening comprehension by asking questions or generating false statements in order to corroborate the information. 2. Top-down and bottom-up strategies. Bottom-up processing is used to combine large units of meaning, while top-down processing is used to recognize the details of the message. Activities where special attention is paid first to certain words or grammatical structures and then to understand the details of the message are appropriate. Be mindful of nonverbal language. Listening is a skill that demands great concentration. For this reason, using nonverbal language to ensure that your students are attentive and complement what they hear will make the activities have added value and increase the interest of the listeners. For example, mind about what was just here or deciphering a secret message can be used as activities. 4. Use various skills in your activities. Don't focus only on listening skills. Learning a foreign language must be integrated. This means that the improvement of each of its skills must be interconnected. An example of this activity is listening to teachers' instruction or text instruction where speaking, writing, or reading are integrated. Take advantage of teamwork. Teamwork facilitates the achievement of objectives, increases motivation and creativity, and favors the social skills of each one. Collaborative conversation is considered vital for interactive listening. A classic game like Broken Phone can be perfect to analyze and reinforce listening skills. Design of listening materials for online language environments. 1. Activities should motivate students. In virtual environments, it's very easy to lose attention and motivation, so attention should be paid to activities that always focus on the student, increasing participation in class. For example, where the students hears about topics of interest to her and on these activities are generated that promote their understanding and improvement of the ability. 2. Encourage creativity. When the student feels comfortable, shows his creativity, and learns doing what he enjoys, the results will be better. For example, searching for songs, podcasts, or current news where students will make recordings and answer listening comprehension questions in a free way. 3. Create activities in interactive recreation space. It breaks the traditional scheme with a space where students can meet and while doing leisure activities, they are improving their listening skills. Activities such as watching series that are strengthening reinforcing the ability of active listening in students and generating debates about each chapter, identifying the understanding of information. 4. Implement intensive listening. Intensive listening is considered a good vehicle for practicing language focused learning in adults. Deliberate learning of pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and speech. Activities such as prompt repetition and dictation help strengthen listening skills. 5. Promote interaction. Design activities that promote interaction between all participants. Remember that communicate tasks promote skills such as turn talking and seeking feedback throughout clarification and confirmation checks. An example could be based on a listening exercise, such as listening to a note of interest, discussing and sharing the most relevant aspects of it. Design of speaking materials for face-to-face environments. 1. Provide security in your activities. The activities carried out in class must promote and have a solid base in the security that we want to offer our students. For this reason, the activities must have a scaffolding, that is, the activity must be progressive. An example can be interviews where initially the student is provided with a script and progressively, as he gains confidence, it's so that he tries to answer the questions in a personal way. 2. Promote authenticity. Activities should be designed so that students are forced to consider issues of appropriation in context and the role of social context in language choice. For example, if we ask the student to prepare a note according to what he wants to be in the future, stating why we are providing him with realisms and tools that will most likely serve him for his future. 3. Challenging activities. We always must validate the level of our students and start validating linguistic, cognitive, psycholinguistic, or affective challenges that fit and help advance the student to the next level. For example, if we generate an activity where as challenge we set a time limit for preparation and to complete the activity, we are generating a challenge at a psycholinguistic level. 4. Generates active and playful activities. Your activities should be structured so that all participants have the opportunity and time to intervene. For example, a debate is a wonderful activity where speaking skills are managed and improved while all participants are attentive and take the floor with respect. 5. Keep the purpose clear. In the design of activities, the purpose of each activity must be clear so that during its development and application, it can be corroborated if it was fulfilled or not. For this reason, it's necessary to handle adequate planning. For example, carrying out a scheme where you see your objective needs and students can help you obtain better results. Design of speaking materials for online language environments. 1. Use collaborative tasks. Virtuality allows us to have at our disposal different tools where students can work hand in hand performing collaborative tasks. For example, if they have to carry out an investigation in class where they are given a topic at time to plan it among themselves, it will make them focus on the activity and work together, delegating tasks and striving to meet the objective. 2. Don't forget the vocabulary. Remember that for students to communicate spontaneously and fluently, they need to have a wide range of vocabulary. Activities where they must repeat vocabulary as how that word is said in the target language will help strengthen and acquire a greater numbers of concepts. 3. Feedback on the pronunciation of your students. Feedback is very important and necessary in this process, so it's good that you are attentive and respectfully correct the pronunciation of your students. For example, if an activity has you been generated in which your students sang a song, introduced themselves, made a dialogue, or read a fragmento, don't forget to congratulate their achievements and give feedback on the pronunciation improvements they might have. 4. Apply activities that foster opinion environments. Generate activities that promote a space of opinion, help the development of critical thinking by articulating their ideas according to their social environment and the different sources of information. The lectures are a space that allows students to develop speaking hand in hand with the critical thinking explained above. 5. Integration of native speakers for the development of the class. Thanks to the virtual tools that we have, we can communicate with the whole world, and having native speakers in the class will help to develop speaking activities that allow direct fluency and closeness to the culture. For example, inviting a friend and allowing students to ask them questions or talk about a particular topic will motivate and greatly improve the communication skills of your students. Conclusions. The importance of designing listening materials for face-to-face environments lies in the need we see to improve the communication skill of students. Being able to design activities that help improve the student is vital for teachers. The listening activities that are designed for virtual environments currently have many advantages. However, they also have important challenges on the part of the teacher. The correct use and knowledge of these tools must be guaranteed, otherwise they could become a disadvantage. Speaking activities for face-to-face environments must have a twist. Most students feel tired of the same boring English audios. If it's possible to select authentic material appropriated for their level, age, and needs, I consider that the change in the improvement of skills and motivation would be great. The importance of the design of speaking materials in virtual environments can be more interactive and immediate. The activities that can be generated are many. It's important to remember that a broad vocabulary must be generated in students that gives them security to begin to communicate in the French language. Reference. Thanks for your attention.